see an annoying girl run up to me from the distance. The girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it's kind of works because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this. How do we... However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswork and let catch to me. Whoa! It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friends walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always to go to school. So we can't skip yet. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever. It's over before I know it. After I pick up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Yapper? Monika? Oh, my goodness. I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so gently feels a little... what did you come in here for, anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet? You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make it something special out of it. In that case, what club do you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She's always insisting that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monika say she? Hey, Yapper, by any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but... In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I want you to join. I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would really make me happy, please. Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monika? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You really are sweet, Yapper. You know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monika and her irresistible smile. I timidly follow Monika across the school and up the stairs, a section of class I rarely visit, being generally used by third-year classes and activities. Excuse me. Chat, is he playing blind? No, I'm playing dyslexic. It's a difficulty I can never turn off. Oh, wait, I see what you meant. So technically, yes... Okay, I've done the Yuri route and I've done the Monika route. I have never done the Natsuki route, so I don't know what's coming from this point on. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Yapper. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls! So let me guess. You're Monika's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. When you say the Monika route, do you mean the Sayori route? I don't... Maybe I've only done the Yuri route. I don't actually know. And this is Yuri. That one scared my cat. Please apologize to your cat for me, Jules. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into Yapper in the classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monika, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know... Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should make us some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Yapper? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monika. So, I know you don't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow in this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down a teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good break? I guess so. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri is just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Say, Yapper, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read in the past few years, I don't really have a good answer for that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build up deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious the way her eyes light up and that she finds her comfort in the world of books. Stories with deep psychological elements usually impress me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped for something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. I looked at what you were writing, a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give me that back! Fine, fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. I agree with that. That's true, chat. This game, while being an anime waifu game, is actually full of a lot of really invaluable life writing wisdom. So you must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all settle in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. Oh, wait. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now we have a new member. It seems like a good step up for us to take. Do you agree with that, Yapper? Hold on, there's still one problem. Eh? What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made my decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All these girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought... Eh? The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Yapper. The thing is, we don't have enough members to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if you don't find one before the end of the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to be clear-headed decision when it's like this? I'd feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation, and besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. If writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend time all day with these beautiful girls... Right, okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Yapper? Yeah... It could be fun, right? You really did scare me there for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Yapper, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess? Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks at me once more. Yapper, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea. I guess I'll be on my way then. Monika, okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way. Let's just do a little save. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yori, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with my writing a poem tonight. You've unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Of course! I love poems. Today I cut my skin open Today I cut my skin open for the first time. It was exhilarating. I think I now understand how blank feels. I'm supposed to be a responsible one though, so I don't think I'll be doing it again unless I decide to. Gonna drop another little content warning here, chat, that yep, maybe struggle with some depression, self-harm stuff. This is not the Let's Play for you. This is not the stream for you. We will do plenty of streams for you, but this one might be a rough one, so please just bear that in mind. So I don't think I'm going to be doing it again unless I decide to kill myself. I left a memento on the occasion below. Fucking, that is so dark. Okay, we're still going for Natsuki, so we're just gonna pick all the cute shit. This should be easy because Natsuki and Yuri are polar opposites. We're going for 20 for 20 here. 10. Oh, damn it! Joke! Okay, never mind. I fucked it up. And sunset. Okay, 19 out of 20 ain't bad. Chat, I'm just going to go to the bathroom real quick and we will continue this extremely normal stream where nothing will go wrong in this dating sim visual novel. Chat, I have returned. Everyone can calm down. It's cool. I'm here. Okay. Yapper, glad to see you didn't run away on us. Sorry, chap. Something about this scene look a little weird to you guys. This feels weird, and I don't know why. We are tilting and zooming. Seriously? It's zooming in. This is really unsettling and fucking weird feeling. Yeah, because the top of her head's making a tangent with the screen. This might be a little strange for me. Or, this might be a little strange for me, but at least I'll keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. Why is the background fucking Dutch angled? I was the last to come in, so everyone else is hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Yapper. I hope this isn't too overwhelming a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monika. I don't know if you plan to just come here. Or this is fucking... I don't... Hold us, John. Hold me, chat! But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. What? Big... Natsuki... has a big mouth for someone who keeps manga collection. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki clocks back in her seat. I'm sorry, Yapper. We'll make sure to put comfort first. Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well... I can't really say no either. Like you said, I'm in the club now, so if it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. This composition is I am tilted, chat. I am upset. I would like a correct composition. It's too close. I want Yuri to move away. I want the background to be normal. I can barely fucking pay attention. I want to try and be part of this club. So, even if... Okay, we're gonna refocus. Whoa. The one and only Abadu, thank you for all the gift subscriptions, buddy. That is incredibly kind. Dutch rolls are used in films to make you feel off since your brain compensates for automatically, so it feels disquieting. Cold kinetic heat. I will have you know I write video essays. Okay? You can't tell me nothing about the Dutch. Are you sure? I just feel like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get onto something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book and thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read it. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. The surreal nature of this scene was enhanced somewhat by hearing Vegeta say, "That's right, boys, Mondo cool," 20 times. Also, to the person who, after the hanging scene, immediately subscribed with a Mondo cool, I'm not going to say that was in the best taste, but it was quite funny. So, well done. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. Now that everyone said, oh, it's back to normal. Oh, that feels so much better. I expect Monika to kick off some scheduled activities, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for the chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging in the closet. Ugh! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Fucking Monika. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just going to mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Yeah, sometimes. Manga is one of the things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where other person stands. How did you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst the stack of various books on the side of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hands. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing a box with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get closer and look at the box she's admiring. Parfait girls? I've never seen this in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you gotta go through it. You gotta do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, yapper. Consider this lesson straight from Don't Judge a Book by... In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. Shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It is exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsill. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? The coffee rain. Are people subscribing now to just add to the disconcerting feel of this game? Cause it's a working. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read the same time like that. Why's that? Well, I guess it's easier to be closer together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect things to get this close either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she steps. Thank you for the subscription, Carolsum? Carisum? Serialism? Carolsium. I'm gonna hope that I got I at least got close in there somewhere. Carrie Sliam, if you too would like me to pronounce your username badly, you may also subscribe. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Whoa, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, you paying attention? Oh, I am, but nothing's really happening yet, so I can't talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends at high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough for people to make up the lack of plot. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not! Even though you're just watching me read. Perfect username for what I just said. Thank you, Falper. Falpire? Falpure. 10-month subscription. Thank you. Oh god. Altin Atlanta. Atlantean Scum. Atlantean Scum. I got that one right. Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. How do you all just have impronounceable names? Mimpikins? Thanks, Mimpikins! Like, why is that your name? Why do you all have unpronounceable names? I don't understand. I do appreciate the subscriptions, though. Genuinely. I just... How have the last 4 people just had difficult to pronounce? Do you just set... Is this why you pick them? Like, do you just pick 40 vowels so that when you subscribe, a streamer is like, thank you,
Mondo cool. That's right, boys. Mondo cool. That's right, boys. Mondo cool.
I see what's
right,
happening
boys.
here.
Mondo cool.
Thank you, Lexomi. Okay, I think I got that one. Thank you, Juan_dinner. I got that one. Thank you, Void Cat. I've got that. Okay, these are all good. These are all easy. Thank you, Electric Sheep number 2.
Right,
thank you, Small Frog on a Log. Thank you, A Loose Ghost.
Right,
I'm the fucking kid. Thank you, Avatar Hippo. Gifting a tier to X. Who's for? Are we okay, John? Okay, I'm gonna just take a minute here and just reset, because I've been once again antagonized by the chat. I keep saying this, but chat, if you want to antagonize a streamer, this is a stream for high-level gameplay and nothing else, okay? That is literally the only reason you come here. High-level gameplay. This is a world record speedrun of Doki Doki Literature Club. I've been very clear about that since the beginning. I've said it multiple times. Don't try and tilt me, because I am untiltable. I am, and I'm not scared to admit it. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. God, Natsuki has really sold herself to me over these playthroughs. I like her. I can't believe John killed Sayori hitless. Yeah, no damage. No, Sayori, no damage run. Oh, that's not true. I think I took a little damage. I know those kind of people. Honestly, it just takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time, but it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. Jesus. At least it's safe here in the club room, except Monika's kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like this that solves any of my problems. Maybe, but at least you're enjoying yourself, right? God fucking ZZ Goblin Goblin there. Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah, I flipped the page. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet. I glance over at her. It looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki. Yeah? Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight. Did this happen first time around, this little sleepy bit? I'm not sure that it did. Hey! Now, in fairness, Michelle does that, like, all the fucking time. So that's not that normal. Everything is still fine. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Monika reaches into her bag and pulls out some kinds of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to give... oomph. She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, Yapper. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep snacks in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we share our poems now? Whose poem first? We have read all this. Hi, Yapper. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with a flow until I'm more settled. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Yapper. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. I like it, Yapper. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. What is this snack shit? She'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. Like earlier, this is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls, you know? Sorry, just trying to look on the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in a wall, but he wasn't looking at me, confused. I frantically glance at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in the room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing me in. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there, swallowing my fears, brandishing my pen. I brandish my pen. So what do you think? It's very freeform is what I'd call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, the kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What's the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some epiphany kind of recently. It's been influencing my poems a little bit, and we've read all this. Phew, I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. This is a literature club after all, I sigh. I guess that's why I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing each other's respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each one of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute. Do you mean completely? Did you completely miss the symbolism of my meaning? Ugh, sorry. How can they be that cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really doesn't come that way at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for a suggestion, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monika liked it, and Yapper did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some of my own suggestions. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Yapper liked my poem too, you know. He even told me how impressed he was by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yori. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous about Yapper appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. How do you know he doesn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No, if I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Damn. Okay, this seems like a special sound from Natsuki, so let's really give it our all here. Ooh. That is, without doubt, the exact sound that the creator of this game intended the character to make, without doubt. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew 2 sizes bigger as soon as Yapper started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! Taking out our own insecurities on others like that, you really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you wanna-be edgy bitch! Oh, no. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone the mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know? If you want to prove anything, stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only thing cute about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful, you might cut yourself on the edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you already did that, didn't you? Fuck! Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Yapper hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels after this. Suddenly Yuri turns toward me as if she noticed I was standing there. Yapper, she's just trying to make me look bad. No, that's the truth. She started it. How did I get that? It's not like whoever I wanted to, of course. Natsuki? Hey, Yapper. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay?
Okay, Monika.
Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes, but I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyways, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She's crying! She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk, her palms on her forehead. Yuri, I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki, or did. Yapper, please don't hate me. Please, I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you don't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow completely. Anyway, the meeting is over and you can go home if you want. Look at the poster in the background, by the way. What the fuck? I did not notice that before. That is fucking dark. Bad game. That's bold. Oh, fuck. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monika. You can go first, Monika. I'd like to stay a bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm the vice president, so please let me take responsibility for today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Yapper. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really... Okay, 20 for 20. Doki Doki, ribbon, poof, giggle, marshmallow, happiness, swimsuit, milk, summer. That's not that. I may be dyslexic, but I know that is not a word. Puppy, sticky, parfait, kitty. Okay, bollocks. I don't know why I care so much about that. Damn it! Kawaii, nibble, lucky, sweet, treasure. Well, that's probably fine. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here in the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Yapper. Hi, Yori. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over his shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading a manga at her desk, and surprisingly, Monika isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me into the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like this has ever happened before, and something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You didn't have to worry that much. Even though I'm only being here a couple of days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we're just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you could be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Yapper, don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm already glad that you're such an understanding person. I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter when you're around, and, sorry, what am I saying right now? Have you guys seen Monika? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man, Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either. Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry about her just a little bit. What are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday, I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said, and I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you say something yesterday? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I am sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But I'll accept your apology anyway if it helps you feel better. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey! Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. No, well, Natsuki was. I was not. What took you so... What? No, okay. What took you so... What took you so long, anyway? Natsuki's like... She's like a little gremlin, is kind of what I'm going for with her voice. Well, my last period today was study hall. To be quite honest, I just kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell to ring, at least. I must not have heard it, since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware that you played music as well, Monika. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing a while, but I'm still not very good at it yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication, so I'm still impressed. Oh, thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. That's... Monika looks at me. Well, I'm working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, yapper. Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean to put any pressure on you or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monika was referring to the club as a whole or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose not to bring up anything the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet. Yapper, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if I could spend... if you'd like to spend a little time together today. I mean, in the club. I suppose so. I don't think I could say no to you after you gave me that book. Well, I guess I need to make sure Natsuki isn't waiting for me. After we finished yesterday's reading, she's fine. She's reading over there, see? Don't think about her so much. She's used to being ignored. Come on, we're going over there. What's the story about, anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. It's an ominous-looking ice symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about a religious camp that turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. Oh, the edge, chat. Too much. The poster is back to normal. Interesting. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. Yuri, bro, what the fuck? But anyways, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of... It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Imagine a piece of media does that, chat. Unthinkable. You're not really a fan of that sort of thing, are you, yapper? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri isn't into these things. Or isn't. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just this kind of story... It's the kind of story that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we are all worthless anyway, then suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then, but I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredible. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people, so I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. It's the least I can do to listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading. Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book and I put it into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yori's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. Oh, no, wait. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's something I'm not used to. That is, reading in the company of someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I opened the book and started the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means by reading in company. It's as if I feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just bathing in the feeling of your body. Yuri, Jesus Christ. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up to Yuri's and then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders almost touching, it feels like my arm is in the way, so instead, I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Whoa! Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumbs and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm and on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after I flip the note. Ugh. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry, I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep this up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks! We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it of my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumbs gently go to the page, letting it flutter over to her side. She catches it with her own thumb. Hey, Yuri? This might be silly, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way that she second guesses things she says and all. My heart is going doki doki a little bit. I don't know what to do about it. I did not expect that from a game called Doki Doki Literature Club. Sorry, I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Eh? Yuri's been a bit fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you feel sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest and feels her own heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Yapper, did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, can't say I do. Monika, please open your eyes. Please open your eyes. I do not like this. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry. I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. All right, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start sharing our poems with each other? Eh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah. I was just asking. I make a mental note where I left the book and then slip it back into my bag. Well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Then again, this is one as good as your... If this one was, I would be completely pissed. Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time. Fair enough. You're still new to this, so I'd expect you to find your style now. I mean, everyone in the club writes really differently from each other. Maybe you'll find a little influence in all of us. For instance, I noticed that you were spending some time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend time with. After all, I was taught never to expect anything from anybody, so it's not like I was waiting for you or anything. Still, you should at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it. Chat, my dyslexia is kicking in pretty hard. Does anyone want to tell me what this poem says? Chat, the dyslexia. It's a good poem, is it? It's good. Okay, I'm gonna... To 3 Bilal Zeb, 3 Vile Froy, XJ I, Eva CQ, == Subaja, Jawajafizum. Okay, you get the bit. I do not want to continue it all the way to the bottom, so we're not. Zikakwal, 30 doll CPO, a G4 OJ. Anyway, it keeps going like that. Yapper. Why did you just come read with me today? I was waiting for you. I was waiting for a long time. It was the only thing I had to look forward to. Why did you ruin it? Do you like Yuri more? I think you're better off not associating with her. Are you listening to me? Yuri is a sick freak. That should be obvious by now, so just play with me instead, okay? You don't hate me, Yapper, do you? Do you hate me? Do you want me to go home crying? The club is the only place I feel safe. Don't ruin that for me. Don't ruin it. Please, just stop talking to Yuri. Play with me instead. It's all I have. Play with me. Play with... Now again, Michelle does that all the time. Like, once a week at least, so it's not that scary. Hi again, Yapper. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that, as long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on it. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I gave my poem to Monika. Alright, great job, Yapper. I was going oh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's the easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? How did I accidentally end up writing a poem for Yuri? I thought we wrote one for Natsuki. Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just a totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like a bad thing though, but sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her, but that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think that she's used to being indulged like that. She must really be starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly, the door opens. Yuri, I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more than glad to look at yours if you need. Alright. Thanks, Monika. I suppose I should get my poem now. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out. I hope you do too. Save me. The colours, they won't. Bright, beautiful colours, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, and a cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise it won't stop. Violence, getting, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like a play in G-chalkboard, tangible, like a playing knife, and a breathing rib cage, endlessly, delete her. Well, I liked it! Sorry, I know this is kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining it. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult situation. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You know what? Let's save our game. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Please help. Okay, that's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written today. Yuri smiles and takes a deep breath. I like just holding it. What? I mean, the poem turned out good. It's, well, there are some things you could work on, but that doesn't really matter. It feels like anything written by you is a treasure. That came out a little awkward. Let's move on. Here's the poem I wrote. You don't have to like it or anything. Wheel. A rotating wheel, turning on an axle, grinding. Bolted, linear, gearby, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, portal to another world, a tiny rope tied to a thick rope, a tour harness, chat, this is what this says. This isn't just a dyslexia thing again, right? Expanding universe, time control by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open waters in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes, I thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gearbox, a sky exploding stars, gods disparaging the existence of God, wheel rotating 6 dimensions, 40 gears and a ticking clock, a clock that ticks on a second for ever rotating of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time, a bolted of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world, a kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks, a time devolving prayer connected, a sky of 40 gears and an open human eyes in all directions, breathing gearbox, breathing bolted, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. That's a pen full of your... pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way it writes. So I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happens? You can keep the poem, though. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Yeah, sure. I thought the last poem was pretty special, but this one, I guess if we can get another. Stare at the dot to reveal a special message. Okay. I love you. Oh, that should be cute, but it doesn't feel that way. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone can come sit at the front of the room. Is it about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we have to put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone has been a little more lively ever since Yapper joined and we've started with some club activities, but this isn't the time to become complacent. We still only have 4 members and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as possible to inspire them to find the same feelings you brought here in the first place? The literature club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place to imitate that you never want to leave. I know how you feel. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard on putting something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Yapper? Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Yapper to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monika, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Yapper joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Yapper isn't even passionate about literature in the first place, and that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're the president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Monika is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm Yuri. I'm sure Yuri and Yapper want to get more members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monika wanted, then I'd probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue the situation, no. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club is nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the way I did? But that doesn't mean that we aren't against getting new members or anything. Yapper, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even going to join the club. Monika sits down at her desk. What's the point of all this? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What? Me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? Natsuki's like me. We both share the problem of being too fucking real for people, okay? It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone in the club like that. You don't understand it at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with my friends. Is there a problem with the club like that being for me? There aren't any other places like that for me. And now that Monika wants to take it away from me, she's not taking anything away. No, Yapper! It's not the same. It won't be the same with the new direction she wants to take it in. If I wanted that, then I would have just joined another stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts picking up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I love this drawing of Yuri. The way she's holding her hair. Awesome. It's so cute. I'm kind of indifferent. Like, who cares about that obnoxious brat? I mean, I like how nice the club is right now, and I'm just happy you're here, but still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore responsibility. Nobody would cry if she killed herself. That's a little spoopy. Little spoopy, chat. Okay. I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decisions. I get drawn back into the stupid cutesy storyline and my guard goes down and then fucked up stuff starts happening. But what about you, Yapper? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monika. I decide to give an indirect answer. Is better than nothing. I think the most important thing for everyone is to get along and for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you would like to help Monika with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright, well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey, Yuri. Eh? I know things are a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know a little. I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also, a wonderful friend. Monika, I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever, okay? Me too, yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay, I look forward to it. Shall we go, Yapper? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Yapper before we leave, just to see what he thinks of his first time and all. It's important to me as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay, I trust your judgment, Monika. In that case, I'll see you two tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Monika waves at Yuri as she exits the classroom. Phew. Things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? Yapper, I just want to make sure you're enjoying your first time in the club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president, and I really do care about you, you know. I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time with how mean Natsuki is and everything, and Yuri being a little bit, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird, because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple of days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say anything weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk with you about. Things I know only you can understand. So that's why, wait, not yet. No. And with that chat, I think we're going to call it a night. Oh, chat, next Friday, same deal, same time. Doki Doki is going to get really fucking weird, and we're going to have fun with it. So have a great weekend. I love you all. And, oh, I'm probably going to do a midweek stream next week. So keep an eye on the Twitch schedule. We might maybe do a Fear and Hunger. I don't know. I need to think about it, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, chat, listen, have a great weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.